Spoopy. Hi, this is Melek, and welcome to episode 1 of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. That was good timing, wasn't it? I didn't even practice that just kind of arrived. Right.
Aora. A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra.
Seems legit.
5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood. A nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls.
Cool.
The ritual also gave you horrible visions.
No, not cool.
Waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods.
Good gods or bad gods?
Finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Cool. So, game over, I win? I feel like there may be more to this game than that. I don't think this is a happily ever after. Just a gut feeling.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us.
No, they never are. I like the big hand, the fingers coming out of the earth. Yep.
I used to dream that when my god came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
So, game over, I lose? Ooh, swirlies.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Ooh, spoopy. That's screaming doesn't sound good. Okay, let's wander the weird things of thing. Ooh.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and the watcher you will stay.
Okay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
Seems like a bit of a burden. Not gonna lie.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
Are these the pillars, then? In the background?
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
I mean, that would be
The
one
gods
example of a
aren't
god, I
real,
guess.
but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
I like all knowledge.
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
Now that's swirly. I like the swirly.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
Oh, if you insist. Oh. Random cat meowing.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
Rictus. Cool.
You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved Mary gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
I hope I never get to the point where I meet someone who can be accurately described in this way. And I definitely don't want to be accurately described in that way ever. Hey, dude. Let's go talk to the weird gourd
The
man.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
He seems to be gesturing through the door. He doesn't seem to want to chat. So I'm going to walk across this perfectly safe... Oh, I mean, it's ever so slightly less unsafe, but still. He's obviously good at smiles and bad at stonemasonry.
Sit. Please.
Sure. Are we going to have a game of magic now? I'm going to...
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
Oh.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
Surely the bigger it is, the more space you'd have, and therefore... easier to move? I don't know. I suppose massive would be referring to its mass and therefore its weight, at which point, yeah, okay, fair enough. They're not talking about volume, they're talking about mass, so yeah, I'll let them off.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times.
Or butter scraped over too much bread.
She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
So basically it's a... Oh, I thought this was going to be like character creation, but this is like... Yeah, because I'd never played the first... Well, I did play the first one. I could never really get into it, but then there were other games and other things in my life and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, seemed like the sort of game I would actually like, but if I had that save, I could bring it in. I don't, so I'm not. I guess I get to pick stuff. Was I a benevolent soul? Fair and balanced survival of the fittest? What's a benevolent soul? Oh. Can I click? Nope, apparently not. Oh, here we go. In Pillars of Eternity, you return the lost Hollowborn souls to the Direwoods children, as you had pledged to Hylia You were kind and merciful to people you encountered, sympathetic to their pain, and charitable to those who needed help. Okay, so goody two-shoes. Fair and balanced. You return the lost Hollowborn souls to the wheel. Ah, so basically, instead of sending it to the people who were kind of messing with them, which is because the Direwoods where the children were born without souls, so then the souls get sent into those children. But fair and balanced is they go back onto the wheel, which then means they get distributed how they're supposed to be, kind of, I guess. As I had pledged to Berath, god of death, cycles, doorways, morality, and inevitability. So the normal cycle was done. Direwood, blah 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 blah. Hylia, sky, maternity, creativity, birdsong, invention, language, and the arts. Okay. Survival of the fittest. You use the soul to strengthen the Direwood. The Deerwood, sorry. As you had pledged to Gallowayne. Who the fuck's Gallowayne? God of the hunt, assassins, pursuit, wilderness, and predatory creatures. Okay. Most of the choices were made to strengthen you and your allies while punishing and weakening your enemies. Dark times. In Pillars of Eternity, you consign the souls of the Hollowborn to oblivion. Holy shit. As you had pledged to Ramargand, the god of entropy, cold, winter, bad luck, famine, and natural disasters. Okay. You left a wake of physical destruction and spiritual annihilation wherever you went, seeking to bring a final end to all things. That's not kind of my thing. That's not my thing. Keeper of Secrets. In Pillars of Eternity, you pledged to consign the souls of the Hollowborn to oblivion, as Rimmergrant requested. But you ultimately gave the souls to Woedica. So it's kind of like you supported maintaining the god's secrets as well as your own. Okay. Justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies. Old nobleman, blah, blah, blah. Everything bad. You did everything wrong. You pledged to do the bidding of every god and then scattered the souls of the Hollowborn to a random location. You got every companion killed. You got the worst outcome from every quest. If there is a mistake you could have made while resolving the Hollowborn crisis, you made it. Not suggested for new players. Keeper of Secrets actually seems quite attractive. Because, you know, knowledge and oaths and... Weirdly enough, though, I give it to the god of oaths and promises, when actually I then broke a promise. Because I had agreed with Rimmergrand. That was Gallowayne again. That's kind of cool. I kind of like Keeper of Secrets. There's a bit of interesting, like, you know, Rimmergand would be an enemy at that point, I'm guessing. Never forget the betrayal kind of thing. I like the Keeper of Secrets. Gonna do that one.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Berath. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
You need to get that looked at.
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Not really.
She places a card on the table, showing a tall tower. The gods' constellations are arrayed around it in the sky. You remember now. The Hall of Stars in Twin Elms, where you spoke with the gods.
Oh yeah. It was such a commonplace thing for me to do. I can't possibly remember every time I've spoke to multiple gods.
You came to that tower seeking our aid.
I wanted you to make you feel important.
You chose to pledge your services to other gods.
I mean, you know, it's a pledge.
Still, A pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
Okay.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
Cod liver oil. Try some. Try some. It might help with that, you know?
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you.
Always needed. You do realize I'm dead? Yeah?
The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothus. Of this, we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
I mean... He killed me, so... He knew, obviously, the greatest threat. Get rid of them first.
Though Aothus stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
Oh no, I'm going to start at level 1 again.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
Can't you do it?
Taking a physical form in Aora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Aothus learned not long ago.
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
I've dealt with gods too much lately. Can't I just ignore it? Why do I care?
Did you care for the souls of the deerwood who clung to you as they stumbled blindly through the in-between?
I mean, not really.
You are a beacon to all of the lost ones. Your soul gleams as brightly to them as Audra itself.
For a moment, there is a glint in the blackness of her eyes. A flash of wondrous recollection.
Those who have fallen in Aothus's wake are trapped inside him still. If you will not help them, who will?
Ugh.
Of course, if that doesn't convince you, I can always return you to the wheel and find someone else to pursue him.
Fine, let's do it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Okay. Let's start from scratch. Let's go magic-y person. It looks like we've got a lot of options here. Oh, excited! I like all the switches. Okay, so, male, class selection. Oh, there's the next button. Just literally right there. Ooh. Oh, we've got some... Sorry, the word godlike is like, what the fuck? It's not even attached. They have horns that are just not even attached. They're like a halo. Freya, what are you doing, girl? Go on. Go on. Just make a decision. Make a decision. Okay. Dexterity and intellect does sound good, though. Okay, let's start at the top. What the fuck is that? Okay. The mighty Omora. Omaua. Aumaua. Jesus. That's got way too many A's and U's in it. Like, how can you have a word that is 5 vowels and only 1 consonant? I mean, come on. Largest of the Kith races. Kith is used to describe the dominant civilized races, including humans, blah, 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 blah. So Kith is just kind of like sapient races, I guess. Okay. Oceans. So I'll be an oceany person. Okay. Water's not really my thing. They're mighty. Mighty's not really my thing either. Dwarves. They seem like fairly obvious dwarvesy people, well-travelled, found in the Deerwood, and the Valian Republics. Strength and tenacity? Elves? What the fuck kind of... I don't even know what to make of that. Yes, you hang your head in shame. Dominant race in the Glanfath and the white that welds. Extremely common in the Deerwood and Edir. They also known for their speed, intelligence, and being xenophobic. Godlike. Children of the Kith, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms, and often with mystical powers. Well, that sounds good. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear. Because their unusual nature and their ability to reproduce, they're often viewed with fear and wonder. I'm wondering how much you can customize. I'm still baffled by how it's like magic just holding that weird horn crown thing up. It's just odd. Or is it joined at the sides? I don't know. Anyway. Human, might and resolve. Common folk. And Deerwood, Idiot Empire, of Valenia, Valenian Republics. Okay. Not as large as them, they are known for their strength and willpower. And Orlan. What the fuck is that? It's like someone screwed an Ewok. And the child got all the worst parts. The fuck? And why are the backs of their ears no fluff? But then the insides and fronts have got fluff. Surely you'd need it on the back so that the sound can get in and you can... No, I don't want to be a weird... let's read them anyway. Smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. No wonder. Notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and their astute bodies. Orlans are commonly found in the Glanfath, the isometic plains, parts of Deerwood, known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Godlike it is, I think. Although hopefully the customization will allow me to make myself look a bit... Ooh, we've got sub-races. A death godlike. What the fuck is going on there? Are they all eyes? Hang on. A wild Orlan, or a Hearth Orlan, so they're slightly less astute. Interesting. So I'm just curious now. So what other sub-races? Pale elves, or the more sort of usual wood elves. Okay. I'm just curious. Island and coastal, with different colorations. Dwarves, boreal, and mountain. Okay, well, I'm still going with these guys. I don't even know what that... Oh, man, and the back's super weird. Okay. Death godlike are the most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, or in some cases entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent for the godlike, but opaque from the outside. Useful? That's useful. Hiding their features. Death godlike are commonly killed at birth, because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. Holy shit. Death godlike seem to have an innate sense for the vulnerability of their enemies as death approaches. Against all targets that are near death, which is below 25% health, Death godlike gain increased damage. Okay. And you have a pallid fate. Increased power level when they are near death. Okay. Fire godlike. Ooh. It's a bit much, but I like the kind of goat horn things. Got the goat horn thing going on. Notice we haven't even played the game yet, and we're already 25 minutes in, more or less. Let's finish character creation at least. I'm not going to rush it, but let's at least finish it before we finish this episode. Long episode 0. And this is going to have to be episode 0, I think. I know I introed it as episode 1, but I think this is episode 0, session 0, just to get the character up and running, like a proper D&D session. The bodies of fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or stone, with harmless flames. Very cool looking. They erupt from the cracks in their skin. Fire godlike are objects of both reverence and fear in the Deadfire archipelago. Many locals believe they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. Make up your minds! In the Deerwood, fire godlike are often seen as signs of blessing of Magran, the goddess of war, fire, transformation, purification, blah blah blah. Battleforged. When fire, they're blooded or near death, so basically below half health. Their bodies harden, granting them armor rating. And their souls lash out at attackers, causing burn damage. Cool! Fire godlike skin is naturally resistant to burn damage. Okay. Okay. Moon godlike. Oh, so that's basically the one that we saw first. The most tolerated of the godlike. While their skin tone and large moon-like growth on their foreheads may be strange to some, their appearance are generally considered more palatable by the other Kith races. To be fair, yeah, look at that guy, look at that guy. I assume the nature godlike's also going to be a bit freaky, but we're going to wait. Sailors have many beliefs about moon godlike and their prosperity to bring luck. Now there is a little agreement on what kind of luck they tend to bring. Ah yes, folklore often is that way. Silver Tide. The souls of all moon godlike are connected to reserves of healing energy. In combat, the first time a moon godlike is hurt, blooded, or near death, hurt is below 75, well, between 50 and 70, but you know what I mean. They will automatically generate a wave of healing around themselves. Cool. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming it affects themselves and others around them. Or... And then the nature ones. Look at that freaky ass fucker. Like the antler type things. Nature godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, or fungi. This has led to common stigma. They are diseased, and many are killed at birth because of it. What is wrong with people? Like, when a godlike is born, are the parents then themselves not godlike? Is it just random? Like, do godlike just appear spontaneously? Or from normal, like, human parents or something? Fuck knows. Many druidic orders have a keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. The souls of nature godlike respond powerfully to inspiration, while a nature godlike is under the influence of any might, constitution, or dexterity inspiration. They benefit from increased power level. Kind of feel like the fire ones. What other customization options do they have? Let's have a little look. Because I just like the idea that people start messing with me, they're going to start hurting, you know? Body type. Oh, I see. It's going to give me the kind of slightly short, narrow, even shorter, broader, big redwood motherfucker, and then little midget child type thing. I'm just going to kind of stick with the godlike default. I kind of feel like that's fine. That's fine with me. Would you like to make a single class or multi-class character? Oh, I do love multi-classing. Single class are entirely focused on their chosen class. They gain access to higher level powers more quickly. Multi-class are two classes, but gain access to higher level powers slowly and cannot get the highest level powers. Multi-class characters are not recommended for new play. Let's go single class. Oh, this is a good selection. Barbarians, canters or chanters, support and crowd control. Chanters, blah blah blah. Phrases. They require and consume phrases on use. Phrases are generated only during combat as the chanter coalesces tiny spirit fragments. So basically support and crowd control, I understand that. Ciphers. Crowd control striker. Recent discovery in the Eastern Reach. Ciphers were once called whatever the fuck that is. Mindhunters. By Glenn Fathens. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally or an enemy's essence as the focus of their magic. Druid, I mean, I like druids, but I kind of feel like I want to go more wizardy, sort of sorcery type thing. Which basically means it's going to be wizard. The Masters of Academic Magic. Wizards are students of arcane traditions that stretch back beyond the boundaries of recorded history. Wizards are a highly organized group, often forming academies or guilds devoted to research and development in magical studies, and tend to favor environments where inquiry, experimentation, debate, and the dissemination of knowledge are encouraged. Many accomplished wizards eventually become known for their eccentricity, their egos, and their unquenchable interest in all things arcane and occult. I mean, that kind of sounds good. Let's have a look at the ability tree. It's, oh boy, that's a lot of abilities, all the way up to 9 levels. Dazzling lights, thrust of tattered veils. Basically, magic missile. It's basically exactly magic missile. Minor missiles. Unerring spell missiles, or maybe they're more magic missiles. Veil piercing, what does that mean? Can't even hover over it to see. Well, being a wizard is kind of my jam. Really is my jam. As you've probably gathered from watching this channel. Okay. Let's just go with wizard and see what happens. Ooh, specializations. Conjurers. Specialize in spells that summon weapons and physical objects, but are unable to cast evocation and illusion. Well, if evocation's anything like I understand, evokers are like fireball people. Illusion, I'm not too bothered about. Enchanters. That's confusing people, but cannot cast illusion or transmutation. Evokers, destructive energy magic, but cannot cast conjuration or transmutation. Conjuring is kind of cool though. I haven't even been reading the rest of it. Gain conjure familiar spell. Summons a helpful creature to aid the wizard. I like familiars, but if I have a familiar, I can't cast fireball. Or whatever the fireball thing is. I don't know. Let's have a little ability tree. Illusions, evocation, illusion, frost transmutation. I mean, you can definitely, there's a transmutation, so it's, and transmutation does seem to be good. The sunless grasp, frost and conjuration. Parasitic staff. And that's conjuration. I do like conjuration. Oh, and ghost blades. Okay, so conjuration does give you some cool things. And fire's not everything. I kind of look like a fireball motherfucker though, don't I? I'm very sweary, this. Enchanting. I'm not that bothered by that. Transmuter. Gain the form of a fearsome brute spell. And Blood Mage. Devoted to the belief that blood fuels the power of the soul. Blood Mages walk a painful, self-destructive path to arcane mastery. Through reputable animancers have discredited their beliefs, those few that have witnessed blood magic cannot deny that gratuitous self-harm can indeed preface unbelievable, often terrible magical events. It's about a game, YouTube. I know I said self-harm, but it's the game, okay? It's not actually promoting anything in the real world, okay? It's fantasy magic. Pew pew. I don't know whether they care about that particular phrase, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm actually going poor at combat, but passive bonuses. I don't know. I mean, Evoker is just blow things up. But I do like the idea of having a familiar. And I can still do cool things. Like, I've definitely got that kind of look about me. Do I not actually get to pick? I suppose that must be customization. Oh yeah, the scissors will be like, yeah. I'm actually going to go Conjurer, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Let's break some normal things. Do I then have all of the... Oh no, I just have the one. So I have one initial ability. Because you know what? Grown Quarterstaff. Because, if you think about it, if I'm going to start causing damage to people when they get up close, actually having something that is like a powerful melee ability, like summoning a cool, what looks like burning staff type thing, then, and that'll heal me as well. Fuck it. Yeah, okay. I don't know whether these are good choices or not. Might is highly recommended for Wizard. Really? Okay. Interesting. I mean, it looks like the +1 Dex and +1 Intellect wasn't terrible choices either. Really? Is that because I've picked... I don't know. Well, okay, it's saying highly recommended, so let's put 2 of my points in each of those. Stuff it. 3 in each of the ones it's recommended. 2 in the ones that it's saying are good. I think I need some Constitution as well. I'm gonna siphon a... Okay. God, there's so many options! It's gonna be the lengthiest fucking session zero ever. Where am I from? The Aedir. The Aedir Empire is one of the most prominent, and I get extra resolve for it. The nation of Aedir is at the heart and houses the majority of its human and elven populace. Aedir was once a powerful colonial force, but the loss of the Red Terrace and the Deerwood reduced its stature. Idarians are common in the Eastern Reach, blah blah blah. Deadfire Archipelago. The edge of the known world. Lots of tribes, and lots of climates and biomes, lots of weird fucking creatures. The legends of the tribes speak of ancient cataclysm that devastated their people. North of the Red Terrace, in the Eastern Reach, the plains are a fertile savanna. Lots of savannah folk, lots of Orlands, weird, freaky midget furry dudes. Yeah. Old Valia. Oh, an intellect place. They're now crumbled remnants of an empire of warring nations, merchant nations. Humans and dwarves, forced to be reckoned with. Lots of heritage. But, you know, there has been people from the looks of it. But it's possible. Naval Kingdom. I don't think being on a ship looking the way I am is probably going to be too welcome. They're expanding into the Deadfire Archipelago. Okay. The old kingdoms were conquered a long time ago. The Living Islands. A mountainous region, northern island, lots of diversity, unpredictable weather, just lots and lots of races, lots of different people. Large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. Again, don't really look like the sort of person who lives in the Arctic. Virtually no plant life lives there. And then you have to forage in the sea. I think old Valia. Because that gets me my intellect boost. Like an old empire of warring merchant nations seems like a good idea. Makes me smarter. Oh god. What was I? An aristocrat? Oh, so these are skill buffs. What skills was I having before? Oh, I don't know. Let's go with something that I just like the idea of. I could be an aristocrat. Well, I sort of like the idea of that. It's definitely something that I could fall into, if you know what I mean. Yes. But no, I don't think so. I'm godlike. Unless perhaps my aristocratic parents saw me and thought, no, it would be improper. It would be a disgrace on our family. We will accept our child as godlike, because I'm still assuming that godlike are just happen sometimes to random other people. This actually becomes my D&D character Taramodius, for fuck's sake. But no, maybe not. Oh, an artiste. Group, a colonist. Dissident. Ooh, name themselves a troublemaker. Disrespect for authority. Blah, blah, blah. A drifter. Hunter? Alchemy. Ooh, I quite like the idea of alchemy. Labourer. Mercenary. Merchant. Or an ex-slave. I like the idea of being a hunter. Don't know how I can pick locks and disable traps. I suppose that's setting and disabling traps? Yeah, placing traps. Hunter could be useful. Maybe I like to become a mercenary. I want some alchemy skills. Oh my god. Magical implements. Okay. So I can pick 2 weapons. The scepter does that much damage. Range 8. Accuracy versus deflection. Okay. A rod. More damage, but I'm guessing the attack time is... Yeah, it takes longer to attack. And a wand. I don't know. Unfit for melee. I'm kind of going a bit melee-ish, aren't I? A little bit. Could always have a bow. I was a hunter, after all. And then I could have... Two-legged prey. No cannibalism, no! Although I am a different race. That's still cannibalism, though. Unless I'm a different species. I don't know. I'm confused. Let's go. Although, I could get some pew-pews. See, it's saying it's got a range, but it's also then saying it's got crush and slash. A shield might be a good idea. Let's get... Is this one-handed or two-handed or what? Like, how do I know how many hands these are? I'm assuming they're one-handed. Let's have a scepter. I think daggers are probably a good idea. Parrying blade. Sure. Ah, here we go, some personalization. Can't I just use the face that I actually have? Now it's going a bit... Oh, look at that happy fellow. He looks a bit more sort of dour and slightly closer to what I actually look like. There's not really that many options. Oh, here's a clothing colour. I mean, I kind of feel like being red mage generally is gonna have to be a thing. Slightly darker leggings though. Skin can only be one colour. Hair can only be fire coloured. Kind of a cool effect though. Kinda. Oh. The fire beard. I kind of like the curly horns though. Yeah. I feel like that would be easy to lay in bed. Although none of them really have... I mean, that would be bad, because you didn't destroy your pillow instantly. But this one, at least when you lay down, it's like the curved part is not going to destroy the bed.
Nothing will slip past.
Yeah? I'll lead the way.
Quickly and quietly.
Eh? I've
It's
got
a bit quiet. I need to turn up the voices a bit.
Let's go. Yeah!
Quietly now.
Let us end this.
To whispers and shadow. Oh?
I shall lead us.
Charge! Easy now.
Bring them down.
A blade and...
What is it?
They'll never know I'm
Hey
here.
there. I got this.
Keeping quiet, yeah? Follow me.
Finish them.
Silence around me.
Yes, silence around me. And pose. Oh, what the fuck? Look at me pushing my chest out. Aren't I mighty? Hold my breath quick. Someone's looking. Must look strong. Hunched. Oh, look at the hands. Looks like he's up to no good. He's a sniveling guy. He's that guy that whispers in the king's ear, but would never ever win in any kind of fight. Roguish. God, he knows he's good. Sassy. So, roguish is right hand on the hip, but sassy is left hand on the hip. I see, I understand. And now I know these things. What the fuck? God, that's bad. Look at the posture on that. That's like you are gonna have bad back. He's bad enough trying to sleep with horns, you know, even the curved ones. It's awkward, but if you're gonna hunch like that, you're just gonna mess your spine up. Your core strength's gonna be gone. Kind of like the stoic, kind of just like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna be called Melek because that is exactly who and what I am. And here we are. So we are a wizard specializing in conjuration, arcane, godlike, fire godlike. I'm from old Valenia. Stuff. I don't know. More stuff. and stuff. And we've got this stuff. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go along.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly.
I don't want it.
When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you. To open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world.
Well, I'd rather just not be your herald. Is that an option?
Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you.
That can't be good.
The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
Could you just not?
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me.
Ugh.
I trust it will not come to that.
The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his
soon.
odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
I guess they're not taking any chances with me changing my mind the last time. Again, guys, you need to sort out your shit, you know? Get a handyman in, or a carpenter, or a stonemason, and make your... Oh, it's going back on itself now. And, you know, make a decision what you want to make the house out of. This is not... thing. Ooh, it's me! I'm guessing I have to kind of just get in there. Oh. Cool. I'm alive again? Maybe? That dude seems... Oh, straight fold in the arms. Yes, I actually like the attitude of
Your
that.
body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
Well, that will be it for session 0. Next week, we have session 1, which will actually be the adventure. We've got to stop this at some point. Could have stopped halfway through, but hey, you know, get the character creation out of the way, and now we're done. So, until next time, cheerio.